My mother,
Mm-hmm.
she was a stay-at-home mom.
Mm-hmm.
Never worked outside of the home.
Could she drive?
No, never
Didn't
could
have a
drive.
license?
Mm-mm. Wanted to, but
Yeah.
couldn't. Because then when my dad passed away, she really wanted to.
Oh, yeah.
But she was a diabetic and
Oh,
we
wow.
just didn't think she could handle it. And she went to church a lot. She was very involved with the Ladies' Prayer Circle and everything. And I'm very thankful that she brought me up in the church. My dad was more of a serious guy, and my mother was more jovial.
Yeah.
Yeah, she loved to bake and sew. She was always sewing and baking and cooking and going to Ladies' Prayer Circle. And I don't know, just a typical mother, curling my hair.
Yeah. I'm guessing you didn't like that.
No, I had natural curly hair.
Oh.
And she always had to curl my hair.
With
every way.
banana curls?
Yeah, little
Oh.
banana curls hanging all over. But my dad's folks, I used to go out to their farm too a lot. They're from Indiana. Don't know too much background of them. He had 2 brothers and 2 sisters. I like to go out to their house. Usually I went to Sunday school quite often. Then my dad would pick me up. He didn't go to church, and take me out there on Sundays. And he always had something going on. My dad had a nursery on the farm, and then he landscaped houses from the nursery. He did that as a side job. He says he never made much money at it. Then he was a beekeeper.
Oh, wow.
He had bees back there.
Oh.
I used to ride in, and then he'd transport the things. He had a Ford, and he'd take the seats out and transport it and bring the hives and comb things in to our house on Mound Avenue in the garage, and he'd extract it, bottle it in the garage, and sell it. And that was during World War II,
Oh.
when there was sugar rationing,
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
and he did pretty well with that.
Mm.
Wow.
And we'd always go down to the fair, and he'd had a booth down there.
Yeah.
With the Jackson County Fair?
Yeah, Jackson County Fair, and he always had a booth there. I enjoyed my grandma a lot. And I had a maiden aunt who she didn't get married till she's later, and Aunt Velma. Enjoyed her.
And she was your dad's sister.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Grandma Shaver. Her
Shaver.
first name was Abby. Her maiden name was Carr. I think it's kind of a German name, but they're kind of German. My dad said there's some Indian blood in the family somewhere along the way.
Native American?
Native
Yeah.
American, yeah. I think he loved what he did, but he always had a hobby. Like, he had his den, and he was a great reader, great reader. And he did teach some. The junior college would send him students.
Oh, wow.
So he did teach them about roses, and I think he helped build that rose garden
Oh,
at
that's
the Blanchard
Elishard.
Park, landscape that. But I just remember his gardens were so beautiful. All, that place around there, it was like this, shaped like this.
Yeah.
And there was paths from the rose garden over here. But he'd have these beautiful things, and he'd have cannas, flowers. You know what cannas are?
Oh, no.
They're real tall, kind of look like a iris or a orchid kind of.
Yeah.
Then he'd have these brass with the soft stuff on it.
Oh, were they
Around
like
that, and border around that, and then he'd go down another step and have flowers around that. And it was, people would drive from Ohio to see that gardens.
Wow.
Just like it was fun. I always enjoyed going to Cascades. We had so many people from other states come to see the Cascades, because that was quite an attraction.
Right.
It was beautiful, yeah.
Yeah,
What about downtown? What was downtown like when you were younger? Do you have any memories of it?
Oh, yes. Oh, it was different. I loved, well, we had 2 dime stores, Woolworths and McClellan's, I think. We had several department stores, Fields, Stillman's, Sears, and they had a homemade bakery diary. It was kind of a store and had a cafeteria upstairs. It was really neat. And then Gilbert Candy Company.
Which they're still around.
Yeah, the factory was on Cortlandt Street, right in back of Michigan Avenue,
Wow.
where they made them. Gilbert's, and the one, Cynthia Gilbert was in high school with me.
Oh, wow.
And then Gilbert's also had a store on Michigan Avenue where they had a cafeteria in it. And they had Panama Sundays.
What were they?
Panama. Have you ever had a Gilbert Panama?
What is that?
They're delicious. A milk chocolate with nuts in it over the, whatever. They're delicious.
Over top of like
Over ice cream for
over
the
ice
Sunday.
cream. Oh,
That's
good.
Yeah. I think we had 3 theaters downtown.
3 theaters. Wow.
Michigan
What movies
Capitol.
did you see?
I didn't go to movies for a
Really?
long time.
Why?
Because we didn't, that was, we were strict. Our church was kind of legalistic.
So because of content, you didn't go
Yeah.
see them. But then why did you go?
Oh, I didn't miss them, really. I don't think I went to them till high school. And then only occasionally. I think my first one was State Fair that I went to see. My mom didn't know about that.
What was the plot in State Fair?
Oh, I loved it. It was musical.
Oh, okay.
A lot of good music in it.
Was there any synchronized swimming in it?
No.
I love
That was synchronized singing.
Oh,
Swimming
singing, yeah.
was, who was the star? Oh, she's still alive. Oh, I can't think of her name. I love those movies too. Yeah. But we had so much fun as a group.
How many people were in your group that you hung out with?
Well, I still run around with them.
Oh, well, yeah, those are your snowbird friends, right? The ones that go to Florida?
Bob, Maxine, McCarroll, Margie, and Don, we knew later. I think we had, there were 3 different groups, age groups of young people in our church. We were the middle ones, kinda. There was one younger and one older. But we had such fun parties and did such fun things. I think, kids nowadays don't know how to have fun.
Yeah.
I remember our pastor, Bob McCarroll, who's one of my close friends, his dad was our pastor. And him and Jack had a convertible. That was the thing to have.
Oh, yeah.
With
drive
a
around
rumble
like a
seat.
convertible.
No, a rumble seat.
Oh, that's
not a convertible seat. That's a little coupe with a rumble seat.
Okay.
And once in a while his dad would have to use his car and he had horns on it. And one of them was, "How dry I am," for the pastor to honk the horn. And different things.